Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on sad beige mums. Obviously I'm a bit late to this, but I've only just started doing this type of content, so I wanted to hop on and give my unasked opinion about it basically, and describe to you what it is and everything surrounding these sad beige mums. Before we get into it, it would mean the world if you could subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and also comment down below because your comments are my favourite things. Love the comments, love them. Anything you want to comment, your opinion, just about the video really. If you agree, disagree with anything, I'm intrigued. Let's just jump straight in. You might be thinking, what is a sad beige mum? I feel like most of us have heard this, but if you don't know, basically sad beige is anything very neutral toned and basically has had the joy taken out of it, some may say. These mums prefer very neutral tone colours, nothing bright. They just do not like colour, and this can lead to them then putting this onto their child. So this like toddler is playing in a full beige playroom and people have taken issue with it, so I'm going to discuss all of that today. This is like neutral coloured clothing, toys, home decor. It's crazy. I've just changed the position of the camera because it keeps glaring on those photos I put up. How do people have photos in their YouTube backgrounds without it glaring? Great. Where did sad beige come from? Because we as people make up some crazy names for things these days, and sad beige trend has been bubbling up for quite a while. According to Etsy search engine like stats, searches for beige kids clothes have gone up 67% year by year, so that says a lot. A few things obviously may have spurred this interest into beige clothing, outfits, toys, etc. First, this may be because of the reverse in gender constraints that we have with them very heavily blue items that are for boys and the pink items that are for girls, which, I mean, there are other colours. You don't have to be beige, but that is a genuine reason. That could be why people see beige as a gender neutral option, or if they don't know what they're having, like you aren't going to stick pink or blue up really. Hues with names like sand, oatmeal, ecru, they don't have a gender linked to them, if that makes sense. Pink and blue really don't either, but I'm just putting this in the way the world is. They don't shout gender whatsoever, therefore if you don't know what you're having or you just don't want pink and blue, it's an easy one, isn't it? It matches everything. The walls are white already, aren't they? I can guarantee. So it's just easy. Another reason this may be happening is due to the environment. Bringing a new human into the world can really up your usage of plastic, toys especially. You may not want heaps of your kids' plastic floating toys ending up in the ocean, but let's be honest, realistically that's not why they're doing it. They just don't want their ugly plastic kids' toys everywhere in their living room ruining their vibe. But more on that in a sec. And finally, there is the connection to natural materials that are safe and non-toxic for babies, because obviously a lot of these kids' toys can be unsafe. They can be a bit toxic or made with certain things. For example, unpainted wooden type toys and unbleached, undyed cotton are usually shades of beige, and they're the type of items that are considered to some as more safe for your child, and it just gives off simplicity and wholeness. Now, all them reasons are absolutely fine if they are the reasons. However, this sad beige aesthetic has taken on this meaning beyond unendangered and non-toxic items for their children. I believe this next reason is the main reason why. Like, they are lovely reasons, but I don't think anyone really is doing that for that reason. The beige colour palette also stands for the authority and dominance of adult taste in decor and dressing them. At the end of the day, sad beige only appeals to parents, and that's all. No kid is going to pick beige, and it's more appealing to especially expectant parents who are very anxious about how their new child will ruin their aesthetically pleasing homes and their lives. Parents who identify with the sad beige trend don't want to give up their ideals and compromise on their aesthetic. They don't want their house to be full of tacky sequins, plastic toys, clothes that say like, I'm a ray of sunshine that are bright yellow, tacky princess ball gowns, how can we forget? Do they do beige ball gowns? I believe it became even bigger when basically this drab monochrome that's taken hold of of children's fashion and design was actually first dubbed Sad Beige by humour writer Hailey DeRoche, or Hailey DeRoche, I'm not sure how to say it. She has a TikTok account where she shows these upscale retailers, and she does it in a very like satire way, very sarcastic tone. And this is all on her TikTok account called That Sad Beige Lady, which is obviously a joke. Like, she's not actually sad and beige. She's the one that really got it going because she was taking the piss out of it basically. So I'm going to show you one TikTok, and she says, quote, "I call this one the blank stare into the abyss towards which we are all headed, whether we adorn ourselves in cashmere or clearance." The video ends by revealing that the sable cashmere polo for babies, modelled by an unsmiling child, retails for $95 from Banana Republic. Absolutely insane.
Welcome to Werner Herzog's new line of children's clothing. Sad beige clothes for sad beige children. I call this one the blank stare into the abyss towards which we all are headed, whether we adorn ourselves in cashmere or clearance. Banana Republic, $95 sable cashmere polo for babies. This one I call the feeling of longing when a goose calls in the cold grey winter sky, reminding us all of life's infinite sorrows. Jumper. I call this one reflecting upon one's fragile mortality amongst the sombre grey stones. Linen frock, first birthday dress. And this one I call the $250 heritage leather flight jacket for babies, to remind you of the groaning agony of wealth inequality, the memory of children who go coatless in winter, shivering while you pop that into your cart with a carefree click.
So obviously, very jokey. I find it quite amusing. Overall, she tends to obviously mock it, like I said, and she also likes to mock the very lacking colour nurseries and rooms of these celebrity babies, such as Kylie Jenner's son. So in a video titled To Our Son that Kylie Jenner released in March 2022, she basically showed images of her son's nursery, and they are honestly so monochromatic. It literally looks like it was filmed in black and white. And then big sister Stormy, Kylie Jenner's daughter, I don't know why Kylie's daughter, like I'm best mates with her, showing her in her completely patternless beige pyjamas, and then she moves the camera to show Stormy's room, and this decoration is just completely muted grey, beige and rose, brown and white stuffed animals, and neutral wooden blocks. The walls, the chair, the carpet, all shades of beige, grey and white. Before we talk more about the celebrity impact, I want to talk more about that TikToker Hailey DeRoche, and she actually started her account because she was shopping for some stacking cups for her own kids, and she said, quote, "I found some online that were various shades of beige and grey, alongside marketing images of children who seemed more interested in pondering the nature of existence than so much as smiling with the product." And she was obviously just a bit like, why are we using just like bland stuff for kids to play with? So that's why she originally started it. I'm going to now talk about the reason I genuinely think that sad beige mums have become a trend and they exist, and I think it's to do with celebrities and money. The trend for muted tones in kids' clothes, toys and bedrooms is seriously catching on, obviously, but dressing your child like a 19th century orphan doesn't come cheap. It's a sense of luxury that I believe celebrities and upper class people started because they love to show it. They love to show they have money. As the plain muted clothes and decor show a sense of luxury and simplicity, whereas colourful clothes and colourful outfits are seen as tacky to some people. However, like all trends started by celebrities and these luxury retailers selling these items, cheaper brands are now obviously jumping on the bandwagon, catering this beige aesthetic to people that may have not afforded it before at the high prices. Let's be honest, cheaper brands always copy expensive brands, it's just the way it is. We as people tend to like to come across as more expensive, especially influencer mums or just anyone on the internet. And I'm not saying everyone is like this, but that is the majority. And this influencer mum, I'm not thinking of anyone specific, but just an example, her love for expensive style and decor then extends onto her child. Because if that mum is expensive looking and luxury looking, and their house is as well, why would they want a child coming along and ruining their vibe with their bright coloured rooms and toys and their obnoxious outfits? And going back to the idea of how some people may be doing this to be more sustainable, now this really isn't happening. Like, it just is not happening, because now these cheaper brands that aren't sustainable are following this trend of the luxury brands. They are creating products that aren't actually sustainable because they need to be able to keep these products at a low price to cater for the more lower class, working class. Anyone that doesn't want to spend 100 quid on a baby grow, basically. So most of these TikTok moms, they just aren't being sustainable. I'm going to show you some obvious examples of some items. I did a little research and I want to show you the difference in the price of colourful. And yeah, they are a bit tacky looking. Honestly, I can agree. I prefer the look of the certain things that are more expensive and beige, but I would never get that for my child, because I'm sorry, even now I wouldn't want to be put on a play table that's beige. Put me on a play table that's bright rainbow colours. I would just never do that. So I can see the appeal of beige, trust me, but I just would never ever do that to my child. Here we have, first up, this playmat. So playmats are very important for children, obviously, when they're really, really little. Beige one, which, I'm not being funny, looks boring. It has got a little dog on it though, I'll give it that. That costs £89. And then we have this one that is literally just from Amazon. It's got great reviews and this is only £29.99. And this one looks so much better. It's got a mirror, bright zoo, elephant, sun, rings. It just is so much better. And then we have this play table thing. So the more muted sad beige mum play table is £86. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this one does look quite cool. It has a lot of stuff that comes with it. But then we have the cheaper options. We have this one that is more of a classic play table. This is bright pink, it's interactive, whereas the other one is more just like wood, like it looks like the kids going to woodwork class, let's be honest. But then if you did want a wooden table for your child, I found another option that's affordable. The other one was £22.99 and this wooden one is £29.99 and hell of a lot more interesting looking. It's bright, it doesn't look like they are attending a woodworking class, and I just think it's a lot more appeasing to a child. So even if it was the reason, oh, I want to buy a wood product, not a plastic product, well, you still could, but you don't want to because there's bright orange carrots on it. And this one made me really laugh, but I found a walker, like baby walker, and they're learning to like toddle. So I'm going to show you this normal VTech classic brand. This is £29.99 and it's really fun. It looks bright. I love this. I actually think it's quite pretty, I'm not going to lie. And then we have this baby walker here. Oh my god, I was in stitches. Obviously you can, but I'm not saying every beige mum has this, but I just wanted to give an extreme example. This is £109 and sorry, what is that? And then lastly, this one, oh my god, no, this one actually sent me. You know them toys, they are ball towers. You drop the ball down, it spins and stuff. So we have this lovely Chad Valley one, another classic brand. It costs a tenner. Yes, it's plastic. Well, the other one's blimmin' plastic too. Well, I'll show you that in a sec. But this one's so colourful. It's got every single main colour on. And then we have this one, which is £32. What is that? It literally looks like someone stacked their plates in a pile. Honestly, what kid is going to want to play with that compared to a bright one? We're going to be discussing this certain mum and her faults because I found it quite interesting. So California mum Molly Madfis embraced the neutral tone life way before it became popular, and having kids certainly did not change this style and way of living. Looking around their family home, it's just total lack of colour or any personality. Neutral tone furniture is accented with natural fibres like rattan, jute and cane set against their off-white walls, and it's not just a decor choice. She has 2 children, one that's 5 and one that's 4 months old, and they are always dressed in muted shades of tan, mustard, grey, and they only play with wooden toys. Her family leans into that monochromatic sense of aesthetic, from everything from the art on their walls to the food they consume. Molly actually said, quote, "I went to art school and when I was first living on my own, I would constantly redecorate. I still like to redecorate, but I was always really antsy about not liking anything. Then I put it together that the reason why was because I was using colour, and I just got sick of everything so quickly. I realised that I'm happier around neutral colours. And she also added that she's happier and calmer and better equipped to parent by having beige around her. Fair play. I wish I could be calmed that easily. Give me some beige. When her son requested a Mario themed birthday party, she said this. So Mario, like Mario Kart. Quote, "As you probably know, Mario is bright red and exactly what I don't like. For his party, I basically just made everything myself because then I was able to mix the paint colours and make them a bit more muted. That is bizarre to me. Fair enough, you're still giving him a Mario party, but just get Mario stuff. Why does it have to be muted? It's his birthday, it's themed, it's going to be for one day and then it's going to be gone." She doesn't want any of it around her, and also she's using, this is what I found funny, she's using very natural fibres, so you could argue, oh, she's very good for the environment and her consumption's good, she's not redecorating as much anymore, but then she's literally making him stuff for his party and mixing paint colours, make it, oh, that is overconsumption. Yeah, it's good to DIY, but when you're trying to give this amazing, like, simplistic life and then you're doing that, it just doesn't make sense. Now, one TikToker that I feel like everyone went kind of crazy over is this woman here. This is crazy. So, of course, like everything, this trend has taken an extreme turn. There are now parents painting their children's toys to be colourless. And this is because they want to look Instagram ready, they want to look aesthetic at all times, and when you have your kids' toys laying about and they're colourful, oh my god, like what if you needed to quickly take a picture? There's a bright orange toy in your living room. So we're gonna watch this TikTok now.
With the vision to neutralize the tree, and I can already hear you thinking that I'm gonna ruin my toddler's Christmas by painting over these colors. Let's be real, my toddler's favorite toys are brown cars on each part. It was go time. I originally wanted to paint the body of the tree a brown, but then I realized, you know what, I want my tree to look a little bit alive. So here I am painting an already green tree another shade of green. It gave it a very realistic Christmas tree look, which I love. The gold was way less gold than what I was thinking for the star, but I actually kind of dig the brass antique look. Thankfully, there was only a little bit of peeling on one of my trees that I could easily fix, but it was almost time for the moment of truth and to see how it all looked together. After putting on the star, part of me wants to go back in and add some type of glitter or shine on it, but let me know what you guys think. Here's how the DIY ornaments turned out, guys. Honestly, I love them. They are definitely giving organic modern vibes. I might even go back in to add some little velvet ribbon bows along the hooks.
It's the fact the baubles are brown. What? To be fair, this woman seems really sweet. I don't have anything against any of these mums that are doing this. I just don't have anything personal against them. I have an issue with this, the way the beige aesthetic has gone now and taken a turn, like I said, but that is just sad when you think about it. I know it's just a Christmas tree, but why are we spray painting it? Also, again, more product waste. I'm awful with product waste. I'm openly admitting that. I try to be better, but I'm also not living this lifestyle that gives off that I'm not into like waste and using plastic and stuff like that. But these people spray painting their toys, and that is just bland. That is a bland Christmas tree. We're gonna watch some other TikToks now. So this first one, I actually have quite an interesting thing to say here. So that is just a little bit depressing, that room. Very minimalistic. Great for an adult, well, some adults, but for a kid it's not great. But then I actually was thinking more, I'm reading some comments, and this is a bit of a random point to make in a video that's literally against beige around babies, but I think this idea of having a baby or a child sleep in such a muted down room is actually a good idea. I wouldn't have my child's room quite like that bland, but I actually do think that having loads of bright colours and loads of their toys in their room can be distracting, and it's too overstimulating when they're trying to go to sleep. Once you put your child to sleep, if they know their toys like right there on the floor and there's all these bright colours around, they're not going to link their bedroom with sleep time. They're going to link their bedroom with playtime most of the time anyway. I'm not saying about every child, but I actually do kind of agree. It's when the parent take this to the new level and like their child's playroom is all beige. Too far. It's not fun. The calm bedroom, I can see the appeal of. Next up we have this one. Okay, that is just sad. The abacus is brown and just has shades of brown. And I can't go with that. It's so muted. It's so muted. And her child looks so young by the looks of things. They aren't going to enjoy that. What are you doing? Those bright toys look so much more appealing to even me. I'd play with them now. Right, I want to show you this one. I don't see anything that bad with this playroom. I mean, it's not really great. And fun fact, me and my family, we had a playroom growing up. Our playroom, as children, me and my sister, would send these beige mums into a shock that they've never had in their lives. Our playroom was so colourful, like so obnoxious, but I loved it. And I'll always remember I loved it because it had a really colourful rug, and we actually had this exact same, so in this TikTok the woman has those like pull out drawer bucket kind of things, and we had those well, I'm not sure if they were the exact same, but they look the exact same from IKEA, and we had them in bright colours, and I just remember it was just so much more exciting. It was such a small thing, but I always will remember my playroom, and I genuinely don't think these kids are going to remember it's literally wooden, and the only thing that's bright really is the books, and that's because, I mean, you can't really get beige books, can you? And oh, this is just a little bit sad, but fair enough. Maybe our kids are a bit older, but I don't know. This next one we're gonna watch. I don't think this woman is that bad. It is very boring and bland. All sense of colour is drained out of everything. However, her child, by the looks of things, a very, very young baby. I'm going to talk about that more in a minute, but I don't think at that age it's that bad if everything's beige, like their room and stuff. But I'm going to talk about that more. However, it's when they start getting older. This next one, oh my god, I have never seen something so depressing in my life. No. Obviously it looks very aesthetic. A kid's birthday party, that is literally one day. Imagine you're a parent and you turn up to this woman's kid's party and your kid's like really excited, and it's literally that. That is the most boring looking thing I've ever seen. It literally looks like a nurse's office. That is crazy. And also kids are so dirty. They're just gonna mess it up. And then on the same line we have this TikTok. The ball pit. Right, I don't have an issue with any of these toys. I mean, the clothes are very, very bland, but for the kids' age, that's fine. Oh my god, everything's wood, but it's the ball pit. It's the ball pit that does me in. Why? How? The whole thing, like, it's so fun when you're teaching a child colours and they have a ball pit and you're like, can you get me a red one? What are you gonna say? Can you get me a white one? Then they're all white. So weird. This next one. I mean, at least she's understanding she is a sad beige mum, and you know what? At least she's being a mum. At least she's going all out. That's great. Imagine how much more fun a kid would have if that was even, I don't know, like yellow, or like even a slight bit of pattern or bright colour. It's so muted, and it's because the mum wants it to be aesthetic, even in the blimmin' garden. We have some satire TikToks that I want to show. So this first one.
Blue. Steely blue, beige, blush, greige, sage, mauve, peach. And those are all the important colors you need to know.
Obviously she's joking, because I read the comments as well and she's definitely joking, but it's the fact she even has them. Like, kids do not need to know these colours. They just don't. And it's not fun. And then this one's quite funny. Let's watch this one.
Hi, welcome in. Yeah, you can put your shoes anywhere. Just throw them and see where they land. Can you keep your coat on? Actually, that shirt you're wearing is a shade of brown that brings back memories. As you can see, all of my childhood finger paintings are hung up on the walls. Mom always kept them in the basement because they didn't match her aesthetic. But look at you now, framed, honored as masterpieces. Would you like to see the kitchen? Yeah, so the theme that we're kind of going for is a bit of an avant-garde rainbow circus parade. Now this is the color room where I attempt to catch up on all of the years of color I was denied as a child. Oh, here are these sunglasses. Some people find it a bit intense. The whole spectrum of color can be viewed from any point in this room, but it's still not enough. Nothing is ever enough.
Obviously that's very over the top and very, very jokey. But seriously though, little things can affect your child. I'm not talking about if you're a bit of a beige mum, but if you genuinely are like strictly beige, like everything, then this can affect your child. And it will give them, when they have to go out into a school environment, nursery, they're gonna not be able to deal with the colour. It's going to be complete sensory overload, and that might be hard for you as an adult to understand, but it's literally proven. And imagine, like, you're only just learning this world around you, and you've grown up in your mum's home and where all your toys, all your clothes are beige, sand, ecru, muted colours, and then you get sent to nursery where every single thing is bright. There's a reason preschools, nurseries, young children's school environments are not beige. I've never seen one. They're bright. They are never ever beige. Not that I've seen all the nurseries, but I can just guarantee you. Now, to end this video off, I'm going to discuss why children need colour. Because yes, it is a bit petty being annoyed about all of this, but let me tell you why children do need colour. It's so important, like genuinely. Newborns, their vision takes time to develop, which means they actually can't pick up on colours straight away. Studies have shown that newborns can really only see shades of black, white and grey at birth. So high contrast colours are easier for them to pick up on. Babies don't start to visually process colours until 3 to 4 months of age, and once they do, red, blue, yellow and green are often the first colours they respond to. So like I said before, a newborn, if you want your newborn in a beige nursery, fair enough, it doesn't really matter at that point, but they can see their full colour palette by 6 months, pretty young. And can you imagine, like, they're the bright colours are the first kind of colours they actually respond to. How are they going to respond to brown and beige and sand? They just aren't. Colours also play an important role in children's language development. As a baby or child ages, they may develop a preference for bright primary colours. Toys and objects in these bright hues can be especially interesting for them, as opposed to more muted tones, even pastels. Like, they just prefer bright. That's because the bright colours are attention grabbing, and they can provide an opportunity to teach the baby about what they're seeing. Parents can say things like, "Do you like the blue truck?" Or, "Look at that blue truck. This blue truck is the same colour as this blue pillow." This helps build the child's vocabulary for the names of different colours, as well as helps them make connections and notice patterns in the environment. So important, honestly. Colours are so key, and they're like one of the first things kids learn and can actually like see and say what it is. It's also easier for younger children to remember colours over verbal cues, so adding colours to objects can help improve memorisation. Plus, many studies have linked certain colours to brain activity and stimulation. From a young age, children associate colours with particular objects, like yellow for the sun or blue for the sky. Colours help assess, estimate and define objects for them. This can help a toddler learn and therefore increase attention span. For example, a child can link a red fire truck and link it with danger. It's actually also key in emotional development, and Pixar's Inside Out actually displays this. I know, bit of a random analogy there. As As kids grow, associating colours with different emotions can help them process all their big feelings that they're not used to. In fact, by 3 years old, kids usually associate yellow with happiness and blue with sadness and red with fear. Colours can enhance a child's imagination. Understanding colour aids them in their creativity and comprehension of what each colour is and what it represents. So it is very important, and my conclusion is, while a toy that's beige is obviously not harmful, a toy with a bold black and white pattern which has high contrast will likely be more interesting for a newborn, and then from 3, 4, 5, 6 months old, they will want colour. Yeah, you're not going to completely harm your child by giving them beige, but it could stunt their development and not be that great. But honestly, do what you want at the end of the day. I can see the appeal, like I said, it is a lot more aesthetic. It's nice. I personally would never do that for my kid. I know for a fact when I have a kid, even when they're first born, I just wouldn't want a beige nursery. Like it's kid place, it's exciting. I'd do it yellow or pink or blue or like animal themed, like really cute. There's some really cute room designs for kids that don't look obnoxiously ugh, you know? But I have nothing against parents that are beige. Do whatever you want at the end of the day. I just thought I'd do this video and discuss. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really sorry about the light on their frames. I am going to try fix that because I don't really know what's going on, because I don't know why no one else has that, but I do. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below your opinions. I'd love to know, and I'll see you all on Sunday for a new video.